Nice to have you on the sofa.
Indeed. Look at this. I feel privileged.
So, and we've just been comparing bench, and it seems like he can bench more than me.
Just about. She's pretty strong. Pocket rocket over here. Yeah.
So, business planning.
Business planning.
Is part of the mentoring program that you're on,
yep.
And that is really for you to then develop your assets to get your financial freedom to have property making a very significant change to your life.
Certainly.
We've just finished the business planning weekend. What has been useful to you?
What's been really useful to me is having specific strategies under my goals, and to be able to then use those strategies to drive my income as well as my assets going forward as well.
Got you.
Yeah.
So for you, what's the plan this year?
So the plan this year,
the
accountable plan this year is to purchase 10 properties this year.
Okay. Location?
Location-wise, looking more Midlands, as well as then use sourcing strategy as well, kind of growing my income, and then as well as then using that to also, I'm struggling with that. And also use that to effectively then use that for my essays as well as buy-to-let.
Got you. Yeah. So what we got then is an acquisition target of 10 properties in the Midlands and possibly closer to home. A sourcing strategy because we recognise that that's going to suck cash out for a bit.
Indeed.
And a serviced accommodation strategy for when they're up and running to have additional cash.
Exactly.
And what will you do with that additional cash? Because serviced accommodation is highly profitable.
Indeed. So that additional cash would go to acquiring more properties, which is golden, and then use that, and also that additional cash can actually go to repaying some of those properties abroad as well to bring the mortgage values down.
Yeah. And in terms of your team,
my team,
where are you at, and where do you need to grow and develop your team?
Okay, so my team at the moment is very kind of. Initially, it was just myself. So I need to grow my team in terms of more mortgage advisors. So they can have a bigger pool of mortgage providers, and as well as then having a bookkeeper, which is quite key, to actually manage the accounts and actually ensure that we're achieving our targets each month. So we can break it down to those micro targets. Then we can ensure that we're achieving the long-term targets as well. And then as well as that is being able to then have availability of deals as well. So actually having possibly joint venture or sourcing deals through different sources as well to ensure we can get there.
So that's also looking at your route to stock and saying, do you know what, I don't need to do everything myself. I definitely want to outsource the financial not management, but the financial administration to a bookkeeper. That will take away 90% of your mail. I definitely recognise that I need a financial advisor. Once you've got a good one, stick with one. I'm going to have a bunch of professionals around me, and I may well outsource some of the sourcing to get the deals in the first place.
Certainly.
Okay. And then how are you going to keep yourself accountable, apart from obviously our mentoring group as well? But on the day-to-day, what's the accountability? What techniques and practices are you going to use?
Okay, so in terms of the accountability is to have using my specific KPIs. So using
performance indicators.
That's right. So knowing how many calls are made, what I've achieved for that day, and also having fellow property entrepreneurs, and actually having weekly kind of targets going, what are you doing this week, what have you achieved, and then be able to then feed that back obviously to myself in terms of knowing where I am, and then obviously working with yourself and your team, which will be absolutely fantastic to actually then keep me more accountable to what I'm achieving.
I'm getting excited. So basically we're saying a business plan, some known key performance indicators, i.e. what do I need to do on a weekly basis, then you have the formal mentoring from myself and the Good Property Company, and we meet up every month and we have the weekly conference calls, but then you also have the informal peer-to-peer support system, which really is a huge part of the programme as well, because you've got such good quality people, where you're very much kind of supporting them and keeping them accountable, and they're keeping you accountable as well.
Definitely.
Good.
Indeed.
Good. I like this very much. So it's kind of like a training programme.
Yes, pretty much.
You totally get.
Yes, indeed.
Given your former background in sport.
Indeed, it's so important to have a day-to-day, program to actually help you achieve a goal. You set a goal, not having a plan is never going to never going to be achievable. It's just going to be a dream that you can't actually bring to reality. So for me, so key to have that and I'm disciplined anyway, but to be able to just drive those daily goals, because those daily goals then build up to the monthly goals, and eventually in a year's time, I can be sitting down with you here and saying I've actually achieved my 10 properties. So that's it. It's going to be hard work, but I'm not scared of that, and I'm completely committed to that. And I know, and through working with you, I have the confidence that I can achieve that. That's achievable.
I have to, no doubt. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Wait.